From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Well, a friendly reminder that you can watch Weather NorCal on your smart TV. You know, people have come to me and they say, hey, I miss you on TV. Well, you don't have to. And there's a reason for that, because I've got a 24-hour streaming channel that has all kinds of great information, including the latest weather update that's on the 24-hour channel. The neighborhood updates are on there. The special programming like Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals, the Ag Report. We've got, of course, a vet education corner sponsored by Cottonwood Vet and Small Animal Clinic. I mean, all kinds of great things, right? You can watch it on your Roku, your Amazon Fire TV, if you have a smart TV with just YouTube. You can go to the YouTube channel and watch the live streaming channel there as well. And on top of that, you can watch live every weekday morning starting at 6:30, Coffee with Kruger. And it's a live weather update, and it can get interactive, and of course you got to do that on Facebook, but you can still watch it on your big screen TV when you're getting up and ready for the day. You can watch Coffee with Kruger and the streaming channel in general. So be sure to check it out. Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, and not to mention for your smart TV with YouTube. All right, so here's the deal. We've got off and on showers for the rest of the week. There's going to be another round of heavy rain coming in tomorrow night and into early Wednesday morning. There's going to be another threat for flooding, as I do expect there to be probably another flood watch. We'll have to kind of wait for that to happen, but bottom line is some good rain is heading your way, and it could create some problems along with those mudslides and debris flows as well. But we do have more wet weather too going into next week. So this, looking in the long range, it looks like we've got quite a wet weather pattern setting us up with one storm after another coming in, but we do get breaks in between. Now, you can see what's kind of set up right now, and a couple of missing frames here on the satellite image here, but nice atmospheric river right here. Next storm system's right over here. So what we've got here is this. Mostly cloudy skies here for your Tuesday. I think we'll start off with some fog, maybe some drizzle tomorrow morning, but there is more and more potential for us to see some clearing through the afternoon on Tuesday. Then we've got this system coming in on Wednesday. There's the main area of low pressure, but all of this moisture right here tapping into the tropical moisture, subtropical moisture, and that's what's going to give us the decent rain on Wednesday. And then behind that, we've got another system coming in on Friday. So yeah, I mean, one after another, but again, there are breaks in between these storm systems. So we look at Futurecast, and you can see by 10 o'clock, we're still seeing some rain here. And, you know, we're going to be looking at the potential for some runoff, but at this point, it looks like the threat for flooding is kind of departed, at least for now. There you can see tomorrow morning. So, yeah, we're seeing, I think, still a lot of cloud cover out there, low-level clouds, fog, and some mist, maybe some drizzle. But I do expect, and you can see here on Futurecast, the potential for some clearing. Now, I do want to mention this. Last week, we were looking at that potential for clearing as well, but there was a point where, especially out towards the north end of the valley, it was just socked in with the low clouds and drizzle throughout the day. Could we see that tomorrow? It's certainly not out of the question, but I am seeing more and more potential for some clearing for your Tuesday afternoon. All right, here's midnight. So going into Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, here you can see the batch of rain coming in. So this is going to be heavy rainfall hitting the coast. Then in the early morning hours, it is in the valley. This is when I'm a little concerned about the flood potential, because we already have a saturated ground. The ground isn't going to take any more water. So you're going to get all this runoff coming off of the mountains and the foothills. We could be looking at the potential again for rising creeks, streams, and rivers, mudslides, debris flows. But on top of that, look at the snow we're seeing in the mountains. Now, I am anticipating that with this system, the snow levels will be just a tad lower. I think down to about 5,000 feet, maybe even locally lower in some cases. So that means a potential for some, at least a mix for Alturas and Susanville, and not to mention Chester. But I do expect it to be mainly in the form of rain for Mount Shasta City, Bernie, Shingletown, Weaverville, Hayfork, for example. So yeah, we could be looking at that potential. All right, now we go into noon on Wednesday. You see how most of the rain's now off to the east. We're still seeing some scattered showers out there, but really, outside of the fact that we may see a slight chance for a few showers here and there Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, It's going to be much drier for the second half of the day on Wednesday, with yet another break going into Thursday. Now, we look at our forecast rain totals through Wednesday night, and I think there could be some areas in the valley could pick up close to an inch. Otherwise, a quarter to a half of an inch, and you can see off towards the coast, anywhere from a half to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. And not too bad off to the north and east either, considering in weeks past we just haven't seen much rain there. Now, it is picking up at the potential for 2 to 4 inches in Chester. I don't see that happening, but with these lower snow levels, it's not out of the question for a brief period of time to maybe see some light accumulating snow in the Chester area, around 4,500 feet. And there you can, of course, see Alturas and Aden. So yeah, we might see a bit of a mix and some snow as you get a little bit lower at those snow elevations. But again, it's not going to last for very long. All right, let's take a look at those winds. Now, the wind's not that bad as we do take you into Tuesday, so I'm not really concerned about that. But by Wednesday morning, Shasta Valley, some of the mountain peaks could see some of those gusty winds. But look at this, even the coast for your Wednesday morning and parts of the valley could see some gusty winds as well. But it does look like as we go into Wednesday afternoon that those winds will start to subside as we go into the second half of the day on Wednesday. All right, let's take a look at the long range here. And you can see here, again, that break on Thursday, there's more rain coming in on Friday. Now, we do have a ridge of high pressure, as you can see right here. Now, typically the ridge of high pressure, you can see kind of the jet stream, it kind of diverts most of the energy to the north. But since we're kind of at the weakest part of the ridge, we're still allowing that rain to kind of come in on the peak of that ridge, giving us some what we call overrunning type of rain. Now, we're going to take you on into Saturday. We're still seeing that potential for that rain on Saturday, but then the ridge really begins to take shape by Sunday, Monday, and even quite possibly Tuesday of next week. You can see this stronger ridge of high pressure right here with that kind of the peak of it right here off to our east. But you know, the thing is, depending on which model you look at, the European forecast model has this right on top of Northern California. So sometime around, say, early next week, we may see the return of that wet weather, but we could see a bit of that break. But look at the precipitation outlook as we take you out to the end of the month and into early February. Yeah, a decent chance of seeing some rainfall, but still those above normal temperatures keeping those snow levels fairly high. Do want to mention there's a beach hazard statement. Please be careful out there. There is a risk for sneaker waves tonight through the first part of the day on Tuesday. Now, sneaker waves, essentially what that is you're out on the beach, it looks like a normal wave pattern, but then suddenly out of nowhere, a big rush of water, a big wave comes in, and it can sweep you off from under your feet. It's a very dangerous situation, and it's not one you want to put yourself in. So stay off the rocks, stay out of the jetties. Just not a good idea to be at the beach in general as we go through at least the first half of the day tomorrow. Your wave heights are expected to increase a little bit here as we go into Tuesday afternoon. And then going into your Wednesday, it looks like they may drop slightly, but really, honestly, not by much. There's not going to be much change over the next few days. West winds at up 5 knots, that is. There you can see your sunrise and your sunset and no alerts at this time. Let's take a look at what it looks like tonight. And temperatures are going to drop down to the low to mid 30s for the eastern mountains and the north into Siskiyou County as well. Low to mid 40s for the valley tonight. Mid to upper 30s for Trinity County, mid to upper 40s for the inland areas, and for the coast, also looking at those mid to upper 40s. Looking at your neighborhood by neighborhood forecast, starting off with Trinity County. Now again, the off and on rain. We could see a break Tuesday, more wet weather on Wednesday. Notice the snow level is 5,000 feet, back up to 6,000 feet by Friday and Saturday. And that's really the same situation when we're talking snow levels elsewhere as well. For the north coast, taking to the south, Ferndale 56, 54 degrees out towards Rio Dell. Up north with a high of 57 for Smith River, 55 for Gasquet, and Orleans a high of about 55 degrees. Here's your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures for your Tuesday will be in the upper 40s to low 50s for your daytime highs. And for Modoc County, you're talking 45 for Tule Lake, 41 for Fort Bidwell and Eagleville, a high of about 43 degrees. And your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast, Chester about 44, 45 for Mineral, a bit warmer for some of the foothill locations like Paradise with a high of about 55 degrees. All right, here's your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Haas Farms. Temperatures, now the thing is, if we get clearing earlier on in the day, we could be looking at some low 60s easily. But if the clouds take a lot longer to erode than expected, it may struggle to get out of the 50s. Now we take it up to the north, about 61 for Redding, 61 for Anderson, Cottonwood 61. And there you can see Lakehead, a high of about 58 degrees for that daytime high. Let's take a look at that 7-day outlook for Redding. There are those showers coming back for especially Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, but still a few scattered showers even Wednesday afternoon. Mainly cloudy on Thursday, but fairly dry with more showers for Friday, Saturday, drying out by the end of the weekend and early next week.